information. Otherwise, it will amount to noise making. So if I can have all the information that you have, that you've sent to the 6th Assembly, as I told you, the 7th Assembly is different.
Yes.
I assure you 100% that action will be taken. Just send us the detailed information at your disposal, and you will see action.
Okay. Well, thank you very much on that note. And from me, I'm saying thank you very much. And from the rest of the crew, Ms. Rukayat, Ms. Rosemary, and Princess Bidemi, we're saying thank you very much. And we hope that very soon you'll be our guest again.
Thank you very much. I thank you for inviting me. Thank you, the panel. I thank you all.
Thank you, and keep up the good job, sir. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're still listening to African Heritage Radio. Don't you go nowhere, because we'll be right back. We'll be taking a quick commercial break, and we'll be back.
City Solution.
Yes, our show today is sponsored by Mr. Ola Awe of City Solutions, the best property, hotel, and business management company in town. Located at 3809 Clarks Lane in Baltimore, Maryland, zip code 21215. City Solution is an international company with offices in London, Dubai, South Africa, Lagos, and Abuja, Nigeria. It's also well established all over the United States. Did I also mention that City Solution is the leading entertainment and event promoters in town? Please call Ola Awe at 240-406-2808. Don't forget to tell him that your friends from African Heritage sent you, and you will be glad you did.
City Solution! City Solution! City Solution!
Implication.
Welcome back to African Heritage Radio. My name is Temi Amusho, and we're going to continue with, we talked about African heritage before, and when we talk about African heritage, we talk about being on the side of the people, being on the side of Africans, being on the side of minority, and even the majority that has been stepped on. We will always do the right thing to keep everything afloat. Well, our next guest will be coming from a pressure group that is trying to tell the whole world what the Bank of America is all about. I know we've talked about the Bank of America in this segment before. Our newspaper, the African Heritage News International, has talked about Bank of America. And a whole lot of people have called us to complain about Bank of America. Bank of America is not the only defaulting bank. They are not the only big-headed and scary bank. But they just do a little bit of damage more than the rest of the other banks. Our next guest will talk about how they are trying to curtail the menace of Bank of America. We know we held a show, a complete show about that, and we know we dedicated almost a section of a newspaper to all the negative things, all the hidden charges, all the discriminations that are going on within the Bank of America. But these people are stepping up. They are trying to put more pressure on Bank of America and the shareholder. And the next guest will be in within the next few minutes to talk about what they will do exactly to put pressure on Bank of America. And they're traveling all the way from the East Coast, the Midwest, and places like that to the shareholders meeting in North Carolina, which is coming up in the next few days. We will listen to him when it comes. But before then,
it's about time.
Let me throw it to the panel of silent ladies that don't know what to say when Dr. Amadou Ali is rocking.
You talk enough for all of us.
Well,
anyway,
you talk enough for all of us. What happened to your mouth?
No, we just wanted you to.
So if I want to kiss somebody, you tell me you kiss enough for all of us.
Kill?
Is that what you're going to say?
Kill? You
kiss. Not kill. I don't kill.
Oh.
I'm not Boko Haram.
I don't kill.
And for the record, Boko Haram is a terrorist group.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should deal with them.
In Nigeria.
Anywhere in the world, because they might have members anywhere. Al-Qaeda is a terrorist group. We cannot say only in Afghanistan.
And didn't they say
are going everywhere.
Didn't they say that the term Boko Haram means?
I don't care what the term means.
Education is
Western
education is not.
No. They said that was what it stood for.
That is ridiculous. Though.
I don't care what the term means. They are terrorist group. Period. Any group that can kill in the name of anything is a terrorist. They are as bad as badness can come. So we condemn all their acts. And not only Boko Haram, anybody that kills for any reason except if it's legal, except if the killer is a... Let me just take this call before we continue.
Caller, you're on.
Caller, you're on.
Hi.
Hello, caller, you're on.
Hi, how are you? Could you give us your name and where you're calling from?
Paula, how are you, Anthony?
Hi, how are you? Do you have a question for our program?
I ain't got no question for you.
Oh, okay. So you're just
for her or just for the old crew?
Say again?
What, do you have a question for me or for the old crew, or you just, do you want to contribute to what we're talking about?
No, sure. I just like the program. That's the reason I'm calling.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so
And please tell our listeners where you're calling from. That's my friend. He's calling from...
I don't even know where he's calling from.
Yeah, he's calling from Holland. I just wanted him to say it himself. But,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for listening to our program, Tony.
All right.
Tony, before Tony goes, before Tony goes, Tony, thank you very much for calling in from Holland, but I think you're fascinated with the voice of the ladies on this program. How come you're not saying hi to the guys? And please, stop trying to speak like an Igbo person. This is an African heritage program, all right? Now I catch you on the act.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Did you hear that?
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're still listening to African Heritage Radio, where Mr. Heritage keeps us on our tippy toes. Yeah, that's what he does. He
just want to impress your friend from Holland.
That's that's nice. It's nice to know that we have support in Holland. And
we have support everywhere.
I know that, but
we even have support in Afghanistan.
I don't know about that.
Yes, we do. And nobody knows nobody from Afghanistan.
I know.
And they still call.
I know it's
You
nice.
better ask somebody. Yeah, we just got some calls from Dubai. Oh, we're listening to your show. We think you should go to Nigeria and fight our war.
Right.
I said, okay.
I had a caller from South Africa the other day who was telling us about stuff that's happening in Nigeria. I think he's a Nigerian who lives in South Africa as well. So,
that's good.
so that was really nice.
And if you have friends in London, every part of United Kingdom,
They can call in from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Well, of course, because it's been streamed online, so it's easy for them to listen online.
It's been streamed online too.
Mr. Heritage, you know what? You seriously, you are out of control.
I'm out of control.
We are about to lock you out the studio if you don't care.
Okay. You see what is going on? I'm the only one that is speaking African here. When Princess Bidemi want to talk, how you doing?
Your voice definitely is different from our voice.
Yes.
When not to Princess Rukayat want to talk, your voice is different from our voice.
Can I ask a question?
And when pretty princess,
don't ask me.
And when
because I'm ready to die.
And when
ask me, but don't ask me.
Okay, and when pretty Princess Rosemary wants to speak. I think I praise myself now. Which one you did?
Who has been lying to you that you're pretty?
My boyfriend.
Which one?
He says I'm the prettiest woman on the face of the earth.
They say you're the prettiest?
He said.
Because she is. No,
Thank you, honey.
She is pretty.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, she is pretty? Prettier than you?
Yes.
Prettier than you?
Oh, how sweet.
You see that gorgeous body? Are you kidding me? Look at that body.
Oh, I'm beginning to suspect you now, Princess David.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Don't even go there.
Okay, listeners, did you guys hear that sound? Rosemary just somersaulted in the building.
You somersaulted?
I just somersaulted. I was blushing so bad I somersaulted. But you know
Blushing?
what? Yeah.
You should be concerned.
No, I'm not concerned because you of all people know that, that
how can I know that? Please don't put Igbo in my pocket. How can I know that? Don't put weed in my pocket.
And
I have enough problem being black and driving.
You know what? When I say the Princess Bidemi is pretty, or when she says I am pretty, don't even get ideas because ain't nothing like the real deal. Listen.
Oh, you mean Holyfield? Because Holyfield is the only person I know that is the real deal.
I don't even rule like that, so
I know, right? Get it straight, Heritage. Get it straight, okay?
I got my together,
okay.
But when you start praising another woman that she's more beautiful than you, I'm concerned.
She's got the body. People die to have this body.
Sweetheart. Thank you.
People spend millions of dollars to have a body.
Oh yeah?
Look at that.
How much will you spend to get that body?
Look at I have the same body, though.
So what are you trying to say about her? Disregard Mr. Heritage.
No, I didn't say anything about her. She's talking and I'm asking her questions based on the answer she's feeding me.
Can you guys please get that
dirty?
This is what you get when you bring 3 women.
Beautiful women.
You're missing that part.
Beautiful, just drop dead gorgeous and intelligent women into the studio.
You know what?
Look, I don't even want you to comment on that. Just leave it alone.
You know what? Probably because I wear glasses, I probably did not see your beauty.
Oh, Lord.
But I know you
need to go fix your glasses. The belt, man.
No, I did not say you guys are not beautiful.
Well, forget you there, Mr. Heritage.
But listeners, I hope you see the faces they call beautiful.
Well, I forget you.
Just listening to the voice alone, that keeps the call coming.
He knows that the only reason people listen to this program is because of these three beautiful ladies right here.
Yeah, I know that because
if it's left for you alone,
nobody will call.
I know that because somebody can just waste money from Holland just to listen to voice.
They're not wasting money.
No.
They now.
It's so cheap. He collect call. I mean, 1-800 number from Holland.
It doesn't matter what number you call.
Is your so-called friend from Holland so cheap?
You were going to say boyfriend. That's okay. You can say that too.
No. If he's a boy now. He's a boy. He's a boy. So he's a boy and he's your friend. So he's your boyfriend, right? If it's a girl and your friend is a girlfriend.
Could you please stick with the program?
Oh, okay. I will try.
And leave my friend out of this and stop picking on the girls. Okay, like we were saying before we were interrupted. Like we were saying before we were interrupted by Mr. Temitope Amushan, a.k.a. Mr. Heritage. We're talking about Bank of America, yo. Come on now. Okay.
No, we were not interrupted. Actually, somebody calling.
And then you just took it from there.
And the person just happened to be your boyfriend.
Oh, Lord.
Your friend from Holland.
And you just ran with it, right?
No. You see, I have problem when 3 girls decide to pick on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't hold back. When you pick on me, I fight back.
But the problem now is we're not even picking on you. You're just ready to fight.
No, when Princess Bidemi came here, he said, I'm on their side today. We're going to pick on you. And you know what?
Yeah, she hung with you a little and she found out that, I'm hanging with the wrong guy. Let me stick to the girls.
Oh, so you're confirming that she's sticking with the girls?
Oh, yes, 100%.
Oh, my God. I rest my case. Anyway, I rest my case. We are also expecting the president of a co-club, Rhode Island.
Yes, sir.
In the person of Mr.
Ajayi Bembe.
Mr. Ajayi Bembe is...
Right.
Mr. Ajayi Bembe double as the president of...
Eco Club, as well as the speaker. Is it the voice of the sickle cell anemia?
Yes,
here
I think it's the
Rhode Island.
president
of it. Okay,
the sickle cell anemia society in Rhode Island.
Right.
He knows a lot about both.
Oh, he has a lot of information.
He was here on the basis of that before, and he just wowed me because he was able to throw lights on a whole lot of things that I do not know personally about sickle cell.
Right.
So he's going to be here today on the strength of him being the president of a co-club. But please don't be shy to ask him another question about sickle cell too.
Right.
Because the one is actually cultural group, the other one
is health. Right.
So we need to tap his arsenal of experience to ask what we don't know about sickle cell.
Right.
And up till then, I do not even know that I myself have a daughter that would have been a product of sickle cell if something was not done when she was our mom was carrying the pregnancy.
And that's why it's so important to get tested before you get married. Just know your blood group.
Exactly.
So they can't really do something about it?
Look, if
you can manage it, but
if you are AS and you have a girlfriend that is AS, please, whatever the case is to minimize or avoid crisis, just find somebody else.
Well, my boyfriend is AS, but I'm so much in love with him, though.
Oh, okay, so now you know. So it becomes a thing of choice whether you want to, take that route or not. But the safest thing to do is find someone else because you don't want to end up with a child that is a sickler. That's like, man, I don't know. You got to think about it twice, man. And just pray too that you don't get one because
there's no reason.
Stay out of nobody. You know
is
what?
that English?
She wasn't even talking to you to begin with. Just listen. Can you just listen and don't say something? Just can we get you to just hush for a minute?
Okay, I'm going to try to just hush for a minute. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, a minute is over. Yeah, even Jeff is in support with me today, and it's very, very rare that Jeff support me. Jeff always roll with the girls, but even today, Jeff is rolling with me. He's giving me a high five over there.
You think he's rolling with you? I don't
think so.
I really think the producer is rolling with me today. You think so?
I don't think so.
He's not.
He thought you guys are fake. He thought you guys, gloss your lips.
Look, let me tell you.
Please control yourself. You have to so gay right now.
Put your hands down.
Let me tell you something.
Please put your hands down.
Is a perfect gentleman. He is like a direct departure from Mr. Heritage. So don't even go there.
Man, how can Jeff be different from me?
Yes.
Jeff is not better than me.
Oh,
Jeff
Lord.
will support me all the time.
In your dreams.
What do you mean in my dreams? Jeff, anytime Jeff praises you girls, he come back to me and said, don't worry, Timmy, I got your back. I'm just letting them believe that I support them. Yes, true. Jeff told me
That's
that.
True. I
deal with that, girl.
Because you're on your own, you're looking for somebody behind you.
Yeah, just looking for support at all costs.
So don't go there.
Right.
You know what? You girls, forget you girls. Forget you.
That's all right.
Forget you. Let me just concentrate on my guest. And I know when my guests come, he's a man anyway.
They're not even here yet.
They're
supposed to be here at 1 o'clock. It's 1:20.
We're going to do what we did to Bank
That's African time, baby.
This is America. There's nothing like
African time, baby. Wherever we are, we show ourselves. We're not fall nobody hand at all.
You guys are worse than Bank of America, you know. You're worse to deal with than Bank of America.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, man. Okay, Rosemary.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rukayat.
Yes, sir.
And you answer for everybody?
Yes.
I'm Princess D.
Yes, sir.
Yes, boss.
Okay, what is going on in Africa? The Africa continent of Senegal and Guinea. I bet you girls don't know. You see?
You can tell us. You speak enough for everybody anyway.
You see?
You didn't even let us answer the question.
Thank you. He talks enough for everybody.
Yeah, you can answer.
You asked us a question. At least give us a minute to come up with the answer, but you just kept talking. Please go ahead. We want to listen to the answer.
Thank you.
So you don't know the answer? You running your mouth?
No, I do, but I want
But
you
we
to
want you to go ahead. We're done. We're done with you.
I'm a bad man.
You just want to talk. We'll give you the line. Please go ahead.
What is that all about?
Anyway, I think every woman, and we're serious now, I think every woman should be wary of the laws in Guinea that says that a man should determine the fate of their children. Especially when they are women. Mm-hmm. They can, or the patriarch, that means the father of the house, the man of the house, can determine that this lady will not go to school. Or you can withdraw a girl from school and just say, go and marry. And by the way, the age that they marry them in Guinea has been streamlined to 14, 15. Wow. So you can withdraw your daughter from school without the mom making any input. And my thing is this: we can deal with Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and so many
go ahead.
So many people from that part of the world. And we cannot deal with the fact that some people are messing some people's head up.
Wow. Well, that is so sad. You know, the way I look at it, though. You know, we had a program about this a while back when we talked about, you know, the Muslim senator who married a 13-year-old, and he was like a big fuss and all of that. And I really think that it boils down to you know, poverty. Because why would you take a 14-year-old withdraw a 14-year-old out of school just to get married? Maybe because the man has money and is going to, you know, change your financial situation, then you decide to do a thing like that. I think it's very wrong, and I think we should not even be talking about stuff like that in 2012. It's ridiculous. They're taking us back to the Stone Age, and that's crazy.
Well, whatever it is, shouldn't the rest of the world say something about it? We just don't want to talk. We want to act. When you're withdrawing 14, 15 years from school and, you know, telling them to go get married without the input of the mom. That is why I call the United Nations a Tea Party organization because they cannot step up and say, look, this you are part of you are part of the United Nations. We're not going to condone this.
Right.
An injustice somewhere is an injustice everywhere. The United States should not send bomb or go to war everywhere in the world without fighting the people that actually are, subjecting kids into forced marriages.
Right.
And I don't want them to be the policeman of the whole world. That is not what I'm saying. But you can deny them funding.
That's right. Absolutely.
You can deny them so many things. You can even advise them to withdraw their ambassador from the United Nations.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the United States.
Yeah. Stop
Do
giving them
something
access to this country.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, this is bad to withdraw 14, 15 years from school and tell them to go get married without the input of their mom.
Right. And we've done it before. We could do it again. We could start visiting the embassies again and talk to them like we did in the past. Although a lot of times they don't want to address the issue, but there's no harm in trying.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have our guest that we've been waiting for. Although they use African time to,
We have to charge them for that.
No, we'll let it slide.
You think we do have to charge them?
Yeah, I think we do, because African time is not allowed.
Okay, they're fighting Bank of America, the same cause we are fighting, and to charge them again we will put additional burden.
That's why I said let it slide for today.
Let me see your hands up if you want it to slide.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'll just let my guests introduce themselves. Go ahead.
My name is Theresa Price. I'm a member of DARE, Direct Action for Rights and Equality.
You're welcome, ma'am.
My name is Christopher. I'm the staff organizer at Direct Action for Rights and Equality.
Well, great. You guys are welcome to our program today.
You are welcome to our program today, and this is their first time on our show. I know we've done shows about Bank of America. We wrote about Bank of America. We knew how they fleece people's pocket. We knew how they cheat people. We knew how they try to deny even us from opening an account. We know everything about them.
Especially with the small business loans and the discriminations. And
small business loans, discrimination, housing loans, predatory, everything. Look, Bank of America is guilty as charged on all counts. And I'm the judge, I'm the prosecutor, and I'm everything. And I say the guilt, but let's hear from Theresa first. Go ahead. And tell us directly what action are you guys taking?
Well, this Monday we'll be downtown Providence because we're going on a trip to North Carolina. So we'll be giving them another, we'll be stopping downtown for about an hour and a half to do some rallying and whatnot because we're going to North Carolina on the 7th. We'll be there. We'll be leaving on the 11th in Charlotte because we're going to be doing, visiting the shareholders are having their convention in Charlotte. So we have probably a few thousand people from different parts of the country going down there to do some actions against the bank because we're all in this together. I mean, we have to do nationwide campaigns now because individually, each little town, okay, fine. But, I mean, we have to take it nationally and let them know because they are the biggest financial institution, banking institution in this country. So, and they're the ones, they have so many mortgages that are underwater and everything else. So we have to go after them.
Wow. Okay, Teresa, some people will ask, what impact will your action have on a big corporation like Bank of America?
Well, one of the things that we've tried to do, we tell people now, take your money out of the bank. I mean, at one time, people were going around in one of the towns and cities and saying, take your money out of the banks. And the bank actually closed for the day. Wow. So if you can, because as soon as they know people are doing this, then they'll close the bank because they don't want you to. So we tell them to put their money in community and credit unions or small banks. Those are the ones that are more for the neighborhood,
Shouldn't the small banks, the so-called small banks, help out? I know probably indirectly if they cannot help directly because they are going to be the beneficiary of anything that happens to the Bank of America?
Put it this way, there's not always a lot of credit unions around. So you have to go to, I think, whatever is, but Bank of America is like if you look at a Christmas tree, the shape of a pyramid, they're at the top. So, of course, stuff dwindles down, but if anything's going up, they're at the top of that pyramid. So it's better for it to give to some banks that may, because, see, Bank of America, like you said, I mean, between the finances thing, I had money in the bank one time, right? I go to the credit union, put my money in. If I don't have enough money, they don't stipend me. You go to some of these banks, and let's say they want you to keep $500 in there, and you have $480. They start taxing you because you don't have that in there, you know? So I go to the credit union, they don't do that. And if I have 2 savings accounts there, they'll take money out of one to cover the other one.
Right.
And they charge you.
Yeah, Bank of America charges you for
Bank of America charge you.
They're going to get you both ways. If you don't have enough in that account, they don't care. They're going to, $30, $45 now? So they find ways to make money. And we have to get away from that because of the fact that how rich... You guys know, how rich can a person be? You can't take it with you.
Exactly.
But that's what they want to do. You know, they want to make, it's like 2 classes of people in this country, the rich and the poor. And there's the really, really rich have more money than the 99% that don't have.
Exactly.
So that's not right. That's not justice.
Wow.
And Chris, how will you organize these people vis-a-vis the fact that Bank of America is having their convention? How will you people even be able to get closer to the board of directors?
So a national...
What is the strategy?
Yeah, a national alliance called Right to the City is actually organizing the protests, and so they're bringing people from different parts of the country. They've actually purchased shares in Bank of America, so there's a small group of folks who are going to go into the meeting as shareholders and protest on the inside. And on the outside, the rest of us are going to be there making clear our demands. Bank of America has actually offered principal reduction, or said they would, for homeowners who have loans with them. And we want to make sure that they give people principal reduction. They said they would offer up to $100,000 off of people's loans for houses that are worth $100,000 less than what people are paying.
Wow.
So we want to be there to make sure that they know how many thousands of people we can get outside their building are demanding that they actually do that for homeowners who are struggling to make payments. And we're actually taking 14 or 15 people from Providence on a bus that Right to the City coordinated for us down to North Carolina after the Monday action that we're going to have in downtown Providence.
Oh, that sounds good. So, in other words, they are paying attention if they're actually listening and trying to do like you guys are beating them to do. That's a plus on your side. So, when exactly is this convention going to hold? The one that you're going for right now?
The actual arriving time, they want it to be like we'll leave on the 7th. So there'll be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday will be like workshops to try to help people to become more in tune with what's going on and find and put all their actions together to try to go against the bank.
Oh, okay. So, and when is the one in Providence going to hold?
We're all going to be going down there. You mean this? What next?
The
7th is before they go on the trip. They're going to tour the alliances with us. The nonprofits are going to meet together at the bank and just have a rally. You know, Bank of America. That's one of our chants. Bad for America. Bank of America. So we chant certain things, you know, but just keep saying Bank of America because a lot of people don't know. They really have no idea. Things are going good for them. You know who those people are. It's not us.
Right.
So
that's true.
we have to just put the word out there that it's not fair for everyone. I mean, like in fact, in Roxbury, you know, in Boston, we went up there last year, and 40% of the foreclosures were from Bank of America, in a community of color. You know what I mean?
Wow. So what does it take to be a part of this program in your organization?
The organization itself there is called Direct Action for Rights and Equality. You can just join it. We also fight. We have other things that we fight against, like we're trying to get jobs. We fight against the prison system. You know, like last year they passed a bill so that the state is not able to shackle pregnant patients that are prisoners. Now, to that point, if you went to a doctor's visit or you were going to have the baby, they shackled these women.
Wow.
You know, so now they passed that law. So we fight on different levels because, as you know, there's a lot of injustice, and if someone doesn't do it, but you can just join. And what we're really looking for is people who are having problems, even if you've been foreclosed on, or whether you think you're going to be foreclosed on, or you're a tenant that has been affected by foreclosure. We want you to come and contact us so we can help you, because many people have rights. There's rights out there that they're not even aware of.
Yeah.
So
and there are helps, and they don't even know
exactly.
know how to go
one
about
lady
it.
lost her house last year because she didn't even know that we existed. You know, but she's part of our group now, and she was foreclosed on, but we at this point got her like about another 4 months to be able to stay there.
Wow, that's
To
really
be
cool.
honest
Is there a website or something?
To be honest with you, we think nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Even I, as a person,
Yeah, I'm just hearing about
well,
it.
until I met John, I don't know about it. And
John's a great guy.
Yes, when we are doing a great job like this, we have to put the news
Out
in
there,
the public.
exactly.
I mean, the news get out there. And where else to put it if not in the minority section?
Right.
Exactly. We're the ones that need it. I'm so glad we didn't know about you because now start listening to this station.
Please do every Friday from 12 to 2. We're always here. We're
excellent.
always fighting the minority cause from the United States to Paramaribo to Afghanistan.
So
if
exciting.
you call us, we will
It's true.
respond.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
we just get tired of people telling our stories. So the whole idea is to have a platform where we can tell our own story as opposed to leaving it to others.
And the country wants to stop you from doing that too.
Of course, every country would-
yes, that's true.
Especially when I said Obama is not doing the right thing.
People
People of color will call me why. I said, okay, if your life has improved since then, I'm happy with you. But if my life has not improved, color ain't gonna make it. I mean, color ain't gonna make nothing. Make it special.
We just want
So
everybody.
I just want him to do better. Not that I think Romney is a Belter alternative. No, no. As a matter of fact, I think I'll prefer any other person than Romney.
Yeah.
But what I'm just saying is this: I want Obama to do more.
I think
especially
that
for the downtrodden people.
I think that if he gets in this term here, I think he's going to show how black he really is because I think that's what he has to do. Because you only get to serve twice.
That's true.
You know, so like he said, make me do my job, and that's what we have to do. Unless we stay on these it's like to me, even any leader, any of these, I don't care who it is, Urban League, NAACP, we have to make them do it because they're not.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there, you know, oh yeah, I got this prestigious job. Well, we can show you better than we can tell you.
That's
you know?
right. That's
Thank you very much, because the bulk of those people who do the real job are not even the president of the NAACP, this league or that league. No.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything against them.
Right.
It is the foot soldiers like John, like everybody.
Like her, the sitting on
like
here, like Chris.
Spread the word on the street.
That's true.
And that is where all these pains are being felt a lot.
I'm so glad, though, like I said, we got this. Because, see, it was the black media that put it out there about Trayvon. You know what I'm saying? Because he had been dead a month before we even knew about it. So it's good that, you know, you guys are out here doing what you're doing because this is really something really great and fantastic. And get the word out there because people are trying to say, especially white people and blacks that are doing well, that there's no more racism. But they better wake up.
We know better. We do.
You know what I'm saying?
You see, they're living their own little America.
Yeah,
because if you think there's no racism anymore in America, you need to go back to bed.
Yeah.
I live in Houston, Texas, and I know what it is.
Yeah.
There is a town in in Texas now that if it's 7 o'clock, any black cannot be seen on the street of that town.
Right.
Yes. As of today.
It's still happening.
It is the quote and unquote law. They're not receiving anything from the federal government now.
Wow.
And they said they're happy about it. So we know all that.
That's why, like, besides this here, we're here about Bank of America today, but we got some other topics we could bring out there and enlighten people about.
Yes.
But, like, even with Bank of America or any of these big banks that are holding us down, when we start putting numbers out there about who it really is affecting, and whether it's incarceration or whether it's the fact of who doesn't have the jobs, and the fact that who's the ones being foreclosed on the most is people of color. So that's why I have to fight it because I take it very seriously. And Chris is our full-time organizer, and he's doing a great job trying to get out there. But we really need to band together, and we like to get as many people as possible to contact us so we can have a mighty force. You know what I mean?
How can we contact you? Like a number, website?
Please say it so that everybody that is listening might be able to.
Phone number for DARE is 401-351-6960. Website?
And a website?
It's so the website for DARE is daretowin.org.
Dare to win. That's DARE to win.
Correct. To win.
To win is the TO or
TOWIN.org.
Okay.
And we've been around like 25 years. We just celebrated the 25th anniversary.
Wow, way to go.
And just to talk about things, like we had some successes or certain ordinances that were put into place, like even around the job thing. And then the city tried to take that away because they hid it first of all, that we were supposed to get these jobs and people forgot about it. And so now you have to keep fighting these same jobs. You have to keep fighting fighting racial profiling. So whatever it is, because it's never done. So the more we can educate people around our rights, like housing and whatnot, then we build new fighters. So even if I disappear, you guys or whoever's under you can still keep that battle going. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we all have to stand together, and that's why, like, I'm glad that you're here with this media.
Thank you very much, and I have another battle that I need to fight, and even if I do not win, at least it's going to be on record that
you tried.
And this is the stigmatization of Africans. Africans are grouped with other group, African American. There's no data for African in this country.
Right.
And we have, even from Nigeria alone, we have close to 10 million Nigerians in this country. And to talk about the continent of Africa, we have a lot of people. But you know what? You're either African American, Caucasian, or this or that.
We don't have a gator.
My little boy went to school, and they asked my little boy, "Where do you come from?" He said, "I'm an African." They said, No, you're African American. He said, "No, my dad is from Nigeria." He said, "No, you are African American." The boy was confused, and he came to me and said, "Dad, are we not African?" I said, "Yeah, I am African, but they might say you are American." But they said I'm African. I said, "Look, that is a data thing. I don't even know how to explain it to him." So we are not saying that our brothers and sisters were not part of you. No, but we are just trying to list our own data. I know it's going to be very difficult, because if you don't have money, if you don't have population to influence decision, if you cannot vote, which majority of the Africans here cannot do because they are not naturalized citizens.
Right.
I know it's tough, but we're going to start somewhere. We're going to go to churches, we're going to go to mosque, we're going to go to masjid, and let people know, even if we do not win. Because very soon, it's not even going to be African or African American, it's going to be something else.
But you know something, though? Certain people came up with all this terminology, African American, Latino, all this stuff. When you have to come down, like I grew up, you either black or white. It didn't matter.
Exactly.
Because believe me, whoever's got the power, they use that white term so they can keep that power. So even if you're Chinese or Laotian or Cambodian or Dominican, even though they want to put themselves as up there like they're neither black nor white, they're black because everything started in Africa. So we have to either be, at some point, I think we'll build more power if we can connect to just being plain black. Period.
Yeah,
because there's no stigma. There's no stigma, and people want to make it a stigma. Like you have to have fine features, be light skinned, green eyes to be. That's the perfect person.
That would have been perfect if we have to look at it in that way. But when they start telling you that, okay, if you are this, at a point you'll become an African American, immediately they listen to you. Hey, where you from? Even from your own brothers and sisters that are black, African American. Hey, where you from?
Oh, somebody even asked me, "Oh, are you Spanish? Because you sound like you're Spanish."
But why do we have to fit into some kind of mold?
I know. Like,
No, because of the mentality, they infuse that in us. They put that in our heads from growth.
And even with your child, they were trying to get him confused as to what he was.
And the boy was totally confused. Even I was trying to explain. I am confused too.
You trying to figure out what you need.
Exactly how to tell him in a layman language what is going on.
Well, see, that's a conversation in itself.
He was born here, so the poor boy doesn't even know. Okay, if I'm American, how come I'm black? I'm African American. At the same time, I'm African.
So how can these kids go to school together and everybody say that we're all equal or the same when you're trying to put a different label on people?
That is $1 million question, and we will transfer the question to Chris. Chris, are you ready? Because Chris looked like we don't want him to.
Excuse me.
We don't want him to get bogged down.
Say anything to me.
We don't want him to get bogged down in this color issue. Him being a little bit lighter than us. Just a little. Just a little. Yeah, we thank you for what you've been able to do, because you are fighting our own cause for us.
Absolutely.
Which some of our brothers in high authority will not even do.
Exactly.
As soon as a black man makes it, the first thing he's going to do is move out of
the black neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
Right.
Instead of him trying to improve the neighborhood
to get out,
try to influence the kids in the neighborhood, he moves out with his family. the family will be lucky if he did not even divorce the wife and kids.
And some of them do.
And,
Yeah, right.
start dating the society lady, the actors and actresses, or even go another route.
Well, it's funny when you got money, color doesn't matter. So
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are brothers like OJ now.
Oh.
Hey, you know.
So please, we thank you for what you've been able to do in the minority neighborhood, and okay, just talk a little bit more about your organization and how we can partner with you.
Yeah.
How we can assist, and tell us how you raise your funds. I mean, are you getting grants? What can people do to assist?
To assist, exactly.
So, like Teresa was explaining, DARE is a grassroots community organization in the south side of Providence. So, members do pay dues, but it's mostly an investment in the organization. It doesn't actually raise that much money because the folks we work with don't have a lot of money. And those are just $30 a year. But really what we ask for folks when they join the organization and put that $30 down is their investment of time. Like Teresa is here on a volunteer basis all the time, donates as much time as I do, even though she's never paid for it. So that's the kind of thing we look for from membership. We do get grant funding. We apply for those foundation grants that we can apply for. But we have particular political positions, so there are certain monies that we don't take, like from the Ford Foundation and things that fund other political entities. But in terms of support, I have some flyers with me and then some press materials about the actions that are coming up. And really, we ask folks to participate. And if you know folks who are facing foreclosure by any bank, if you know folks who are dealing with the prison system in any way, or are dealing with an issue of being unemployed and dealing with the systemic racism of just being who they are in this country, we just ask that you send them to DARE, that you contact us, that you send them to folks like Teresa, and that they learn about DARE, and that you continue to invite us on your radio show to talk about different issues. And
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a question. Is the organization only particular to Rhode Island, or it extend to your neighboring states?
Right now, I think DARE, a lot of people think we're that mother's group against drunk drivers or something, but ours is called, it's DARE, but it's Direct Action for Rights and Equality.
Right.
And right now, we're the only organization here. But we're recognized nationally. I mean, we've gone to the United States Social Forum, and people are like, oh, you're DARE, because they know about our fights especially for prisoners. But We've done other things. Like tonight, we're going to do a vigil at one of our members' house, Rolene. Fannie Mae is trying to kick her out. So we have that fight going on too. But yeah, right now, if somebody else wanted to ally with us and start another DARE someplace else, that'd be great too, because the more there is, the better. We've even done, like we call PARA, Police External Review Authority, where we're policing the police, and they started that about 25 years ago, and the city's trying to get rid of it, so now we got to fight to keep that going too. So it's always a battle when it comes to anything connecting to people that are poor, especially people of color. So that's another one of the things we're doing. And we also do we have what we call a DLI, which is DARE Leadership Institute, and we just did some workshops on that. We talked about capitalism, racism, the struggle, some of the struggles that have happened in the past, because a lot of people aren't educated around issues, and we feel that if they're educated around the issues, like why is there racism, who does it benefit, and what is capitalism, and who does that benefit, who has it, and what feeds that. So when we talk, and that there were struggles, so when we talk about those kind of things, we educate the people. We try to put a fire under them so they can want to connect with us and keep fighting.
Wow, that's good. And I think this is really a great thing that you are doing within the community. And as you continue to feed us with information, we'll try to put it out there, because I think it's great, and I think that it should be duplicated or replicated in other states as well, because this is a good thing, and you cannot just leave it to Providence and Rhode Island alone. There are other brothers and sisters in other states who need to hear about this, and we'll do the best that we can to kind of publicize this as much as we can.
Especially, the fact that we have a newspaper that goes to about 10 states in the United States, we can be of assistance, but we know what is hampering everybody.
Right. Funds,
because
financing.
some of my members are ready to go on the trip with you, but we just don't have the
funds to do that.
Well, the trip that we're going on for this week coming up has been provided by, the money's been provided and the rooming by Right to the City. Okay. It's a national alliance group of different nonprofits. So that's why it's sometimes, even if we're not in another city or state, we can align you with somebody else that's doing something there.
Sounds
so, you know what I mean?
No problem with that. Just
who doesn't want a free vacation?
Right.
So just get us the...
For a good benefit.
Yeah, right.
A good
cause,
Yeah, but just let us have your programs ahead so that we can know the ones that we can cover, we know the one we can attend, and we know the one that our finance will not be able to cover. I mean, it has been a struggle keeping this black media together.
Right.
Most especially when you're on TV, radio, and newsprint. It's been a struggle, and we're not taking a dime from anybody. Besides,
out of pocket thing.
We do it out of pocket, and we do it through advertising and stuff like that. Right. So that is the only thing we do. So it is a struggle, but 4 years we're still on.
But God's work.
We will still be here if there's. We will be here.
It's a blessing.
Amen to that.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And Mr. Chris.
Thank you.
Teresa, right?
Teresa.
Thank you very much, Teresa, for coming here today. And we will keep this fire burning. We will not allow it to die.
Right.
And we will always support you and conjugate and combine our effort with your effort so that we can lift the minority society in Rhode Island and in everywhere if we can.
Right. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and keep up the good work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to welcome our next guest. The next guest has called me. He's bugged down at the airport, and we will just try as much as possible and link him over the telephone.
Sounds good.
We'll try as much as possible. We have about 9 more minutes, but 7, 8, 9 more minutes is something. It's better than nothing.
It is.
So, Rosemary, what do you think we should do to the ECHO people?
Oh, they haven't called yet? They haven't even done anything
Yeah, they've
yet.
been bugged down at the airport.
Oh, okay. Well, like you said, we'll just talk to them over the phone, and we'll see what we can get out of them today. What do you think? I think that will work. I think that will work. We can get Mr. Ajayi Bembe on the phone, and maybe he'll be able to give us some valuable information for today before we round up. We only have about 9 minutes to go, and we know that listeners that have already made up their mind to listen to us and also get information on sickle cell disease or listening. So we got to do what we got to do. So we have somebody get on the phone real quick. That's how we do it on African Heritage Radio. So are we able to get him? Okay, yeah, I think we did. Yeah. Yay! So we do have Mr. Ajayi Bembem on the phone, and Mr. Heritage, take it from here.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Ajayi Bembe, although you are late and we're going to find you, but I'm still going to keep to the business of the day. Mr. Ajayi Bembe, tell us about ECHO Club. We have about 7 more minutes. But tell us about ECHO Club briefly.
ECHO Club started in Rhode Island. ECHO Club Rhode Island started about 11 years ago. And we are just actually celebrating the 10 years anniversary this year. We wanted to do it last year. We could not because of certain things, so we pushed it up to this year. ECHO Club International itself comprises about 16 chapters in the U.S. and in London and also in Canada. We have chapters here in Rhode Island and some other cities and states in the U.S. And it's an association of Lagosians, or those who were born in Lagos, who are Lagos State indigenes in Nigeria. And it's basically a non-profit social cultural club that assists people that do activities and programs in the community to help people, less privileged people. And also we do social activities apart from the community activities that we do. We do social activities also.
In Nigeria or in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
Oh,
in the U.S. and in London and Canada.
Wow.
In London and Canada. We call ourselves ECHO Club International, ECI. That's the umbrella organization that holds the London, the Canada, and the U.S.
How does a Nigerian in Nigeria benefit from that?
Last year, I don't know if you will remember, the ECI president, Alhaji Popola, came on here and told, and during the interview, he mentioned our signature program, which is called the medical mission.
Right.
We do this every 2 years.
Right.
We did one 2 years ago. We're going to do one in October this year. And what that does is they take volunteers of doctors, nurses, the medical profession from the U.S. to get drugs, different types of medical supplies, eyeglasses, and other pharmaceuticals. We transport them from here to Nigeria, to Lagos State specifically, to give free medical treatment. We also go with, last year we worked in collaboration with the Cancer Society of American Cancer Women Society and African Women Cancer Society in America. And they were able to perform 1 or 2 surgeries and did some diagnosis, and they also refer to specialists in Nigeria. Last year, we treated over 70,000 patients within a span of 2 weeks that they were free medical care. Diabetes, high blood pressure, name it, people went there. And each chapter also has its own medical mission that they go to in Nigeria, like Atlanta. They've donated wheelchairs. A couple of years ago, they donated eyeglasses, prescription glasses to Nigeria, to Lagos, like I said, to Lagos specifically. So every 2 years, we do this, and we're going to do this again in October this year.
Mr. Ajaibembe.
Yes, sir.
Just pause for a minute because the sponsor of this program has to be recognized. So just a minute.
Today is sponsored by Mr. Ola Awe of City Solutions, the best property, hotel, and business management company in town. Located at 3809 Clarks Lane in Baltimore, Maryland, zip code 21215. City Solution is an international company with offices in London, Dubai, South Africa, Lagos, and Abuja, Nigeria. It's also well established all over the United States. Did I also mention that City Solution is the leading entertainment and event promoters in town? Please call Ola Awe at 240-406-2808. Don't forget to tell him that your friends from African Heritage sent you, and you will be glad you did.
City Solution! City Solution! City Solution! Welcome back, Mr. Ajaibembe. Please, if you will, in a minute, because we have only 2 minutes left, in a minute, tell us about sickle cell, because some people have been calling and texting us that they want to know something about it, but because we are late, we cannot do without just mentioning something. But in a minute, so that we can satisfy their, we can quench their thirst of our information.
Are we talking about sickle cell now or Eco Club?
Sickle cell now in a minute, because they want to ask you the question, but because you are late.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, just in a minute before we use the last minute to round up our Eco Club.
Okay, sickle cell is a blood disorder that is inherited by children, by anybody that is born, especially of African descent or the Mediterranean or Spanish blood. It is not common in Caucasians, and what it is that the father and mother, we all have what they call AAAS. If a father donates if a father is AF and mother is AS, there's a 1 in 4 chances that they're going to have a child with sickle cell. With sickle cell, it's usually pain crisis. They have different pains, especially in the ankles at the back, and the temperature goes up. The temperature goes up. If the temperature is above 101, they have to go to the hospital because they are very, very susceptible to infections, and they need to be treated immediately with antibiotics through IV. That is basically the long and short of it. Right now, there's no cure. There's no cure for sickle cell right now. But there are other treatments that are being explored.
Oh, thank you very much for that short introduction. Then we have 1 more minute to go. Eco Club. please round up on Eco Club activities that is coming up tomorrow.